is good, YouTube? This is DP and I'm back at it with another Anthem video. In today's video we're just going to be talking about a few things. I'm going to be looking over an article that we just got on some random webpage. It's not a random webpage, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with, and I think it's called like Kotaku, something like that. And the next thing we're going to be talking about another few tweets that we got over on Twitter from Mark Derrick, and we're also going to be talking about the playtest that's coming in for Anthem, the alpha. Now, before we get started with all of that, don't forget to subscribe, rate, comment, like the video, all that YouTube shenanigans. That do really help me a lot. And those of you who actually do subscribe, that helps me very much. I really do appreciate it with the bottom of my heart. You don't know how grateful I am for the amount of support I've been getting. But now let's get down to the video. Okay, so first thing first, let's get the alpha out of the way. So if you have signed up, you should be getting your email around this day, maybe in a few days, today, tomorrow, the day before. You should be able to get your email if you were selected to play the game. Unfortunately for me, I kind of signed up late, so I don't really think I'm going to be able to get in because the spots are limited. It's kind of like first come first serve, basically what Mark Derrick said on Twitter. And also another thing that I want to say about that is for this alpha that's going to happen this month, this next week or so, how they're going to do it. There was a question on Twitter that they asked Mark Derrick, and the question was, how extensive will the personalization be for the alpha test? Will we be able to access all the stuff we saw the last live stream before the one we just got? So the live stream with Ben Arvin showing off the forge and the personalization and stuff. And Mark Derrick says that stuff won't be available. For this beta, they will disable part of the game. So the forge won't be available. The personalization will not be available in the game as well. And the reason why he said is that because they're focusing on the server only for this beta. They're just gonna basically challenge the server and see how we respond with the amount of player they will put on that server and play. So I think that's a good move. It's not really bad for them to go that route and just see, because they have another beta coming up in a month or so. So it's not really an issue for them to focus on the server for this small playtest that they're having, and then give us the bigger one on the next beta that they're gonna release for everybody. Now let's go. Now I'm gonna talk about the article. Alright, so there is an article posted by Kotaku who actually were able to play Anthem, and they actually kind of like share the thought on the game and what they think about it. And so I'm just gonna go through and then read you guys what they had to say about Anthem. And then again, I want to say things like this are actually good to keep the game going and actually keep the community talking about Anthem, and that actually will help us and help the dev know that we are interested, we are listening, we are actually giving them feedback, and they're listening to us, and they're changing things as they go. As we can see with the new game, the new mission that they had called Lost Artemis, where they like before the game releases, they already checked on the mission and already changed certain things about the mission, new objective and things like that. They were going to show us on the last live stream, but unfortunately things happened with the internet side of things, so they ended up not showing us. But here I'm just going to go to this article and then read you guys what the article was all about and kind of give my thoughts, ins and outs of whatever. Now let's get going. So first thing first was, I sat down with Anthem. I quote, I sat down with Anthem, BioWare upcoming share world third-person shooter, for 30 minutes today. I came away surprised at just how good it felt to move around in a game, fantasy, sci-fi world, flying through a gorgeous environment on my way to kill some bad guys, fix an ancient relic, or take out giant egg laying monster felt great. Sprinting, jumping, flying, and shooting flowed together well. I would not call it seamless, but it is a big step forward from the moment to moment action in BioWare previous game. The first paragraph basically is things that we already know about Anthem, you know, if you play the game at E3 when you were there, or if you watch the live stream that they show, everything that he's telling us here, we already knew about it. You know how flawless the flying mechanic is for Anthem, which is pretty obvious. You can sense it when you watch any live stream that they have, and it's very beautiful and very powerful the way it is. So it give you that excitement to want to have the game for yourself and play. So for him to confirm that here again gives us a huge, you know, confirmation that this flying mechanism is going to be very well adjusted for everybody and pretty good. The demo I played was the same one shown at E3 press event and focused on combat and exploration rather than the game loot, grind, or story scene. He played the same story that they let people play at E3 when they first made it available for the public. From that one, I hope what he played was changed. I hope what he played, that demo, was at least in a way adjusted to what the game is today for him to be able to see that, because that one was a bit too early. They did not have as much thing as they have today in this game. So I'm pretty sure what he played is kind of like this game that they have right now, the alpha stage, which they already passed, and they just let him play the same mission they gave other people to play at E3, and they just let him play that with the new change in the advanced mechanism that they have for the game. I want to believe that's what they do, because I don't think they're going to have a separate build for E3 specific, because that's like quite a long time ago. I think it was like 2017 or something like that. The promise of Anthem is an MMO shooter that also tells a good story. I can't really speak to any of that, outside of some initial chatter between crew members prior to my mission, studying a non-playable character occasionally feeding me direction over on intercom. What I played consists entirely of me and 3 devs playing in a 4-person squad, going about our businesses, looking for stuff to kill. BioWare has already confirmed the game won't have character romance. Who really need character romance in here? I'm not really interested in that in a game like Anthem. Why would you really have that? I mean, for the story, yes, but even then, why? I don't think it's necessary for a game like Anthem for us to have romance, because if the game is not focused on the story, like they said, they won't be focusing that much on the story won't be that intensive, then there's no need for romance in Anthem. And let's keep going. And has yet to share much about the plot or how dialogue and other narrative interaction will work. Actually, for the dialogue, they kind of showed us the cutscene for the Lost Arcanist mission that we have. That was actually pretty solid. That was a solid dialogue between characters, between Owen, Zoe, and the freelancer that was there at the moment when Ben Arvin, Michael Gambit was playing. We already saw the dialogue for that specific mission, that cutscene, how it's gonna work. So we kind of got an idea of how that's going to be. But the story, as far as the story goes, they haven't showed us anything. They're like literally not showing us anything about the story. They're fine showing us the personalization, doing stream, but the story they're not showing anything. They're not telling us anything about that. So that one we know. Much of the game remains a mystery. Instead, the studio is focusing during this E3 on showcasing the game action. Based on my short time with the game, Anthem seemed to have found its groove just over half a year out from the current release date on February 22nd. Most of what he says is things that we already know. I just wanted to share with you what other people over at Kotaku actually think about Anthem, to let you know that the game is coming along pretty well, and that's a solid thing, and I really do love that. I like to see that going on. I want to see more, and also I'm really crossing my fingers that I get selected for the playtest, because if I do, if they allow me to do that, I'm going to live stream it on YouTube, and just play, and then after the 2-day pass, then we can go back to those videos and also just kind of talk about the game and see what we have, how it is, and just kind of like express our thought, if possible, if they allow me to do that. If they select me, which I'm praying to do, and I will let you guys know. Now, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube shenanigans, because I think I'm gonna end the video right here. And again, I really do appreciate the support that I've been getting lately. So you guys, again, if you have any question, if you think I'm doing something wrong on the channel, or if you feel like, you know, I can do better, just let me know, send me a message, or whatever the case might be. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. My Twitter is whatever. Just go ahead and do that, and we can talk. So yeah, anyway, peace out, guys.